smoking of weed, shisha, hashish, amnesia.
No.
So I'm very happy about the message that came this very morning. Let us make good use of it so that collectively we can help ourselves and get out of this condition we find ourselves. And I know with Jesus Christ, all things are possible.
Amen.
Shall we put our hands together for him for 1 second? Today we are going to have our discussion.
We learned that addiction is a brain relapsing disease caused by the mental obsession.
Okay.
Mental obsession and physical changes in the body.
Yes.
As a result of substance abuse and caused by compulsive behavior.
Yeah.
So that's what we learned.
Okay.
If anybody have anything to add to it, the door is open.
That's right. Let's keep our, put our hands together for it. Okay, that's fantastic. From our brother, Richmond. Edward, yeah, that's right. So, like we were saying yesterday, we learned that addiction, is one of the serious situations that we are facing in our communities, and then it is destroying a lot of youth. Addiction is a disease, but some of us don't know. Some of us are not aware that addiction is a disease. Addiction is a serious disease, and it's like the way some have, stomach pains and goes to hospital for treatment. Somebody may have no headache and go to the hospital for treatment. Somebody may have some, disease that has to do with hypertension and other stuff. The same thing applies to what? Addiction. Addiction is also what? A disease. One may ask, a disease in which form? A disease in the sense that it affects the brain. It's a brain disease. And then it's a disease in the sense that it creates, medical conditions in you if it grips you. Hope you are getting it. That is why it is very important for us to look at it. It is very important for us to look at the nature of addiction and then look at the types of addiction. We look at the causes of addiction, types of addiction, how addiction comes about, which part of our body does addiction occur, and how do we even know if somebody is addicted to something? How do you know? And if you are in a particular situation or condition, or a behavior, and that thing, you are getting addicted to it, how do you become aware of yourself so that you run away from it? Because if you are doing something and you are not careful, you don't know the techniques, you don't know or you don't have understanding about addiction, and you are doing the thing, or if it's a drug you are taking, and it is pushing you, or it is getting you closer to addiction, because you don't have knowledge about addiction, you will then addiction what will grip you. That is why it is very important for us to take this discussion very serious and then gather understanding about addiction, how it comes about, and then at the end they will look at the dangers, side effect or the dangers associated with what? Addiction. And then the way forward. How do you overcome it? That's a critical aspect of addiction. If you are gripped by addiction, what are the steps? How do you overcome it? How do you, do away with it? We have to look at them so that, practically and gradually we can break ourselves from it. And the knowledge we get here too, we shouldn't just let it, rest here. If God help us and we become fully recovered and we get out of this place, the knowledge we are acquiring here, make sure you go and transfer it. Let it be impactful in the lives of others. I hope you are following. That's fine. So, for the definition yesterday we looked at, we realized that addiction is what? It's a chronic disease. Who can remember any of the definitions that we looked at yesterday? Yes? Yeah. Who can remember? Because yesterday we looked about 3 or 4 definitions about addiction. Yeah.
Our lecturer, we also said that addiction is repeating something continuously and achieving different results.
Okay, yeah.
Or homogeneous acts leading to heterogeneous or different results.
Okay. Yesterday, these are some of the definitions we learned. We realized that addiction is a chronic condition. Right? We realized that addiction is a chronic condition that involves what? Compulsive seeking and taking of what? A substance or engaging in what? An activity repeatedly without even taking into consideration the side effect of it. Look at all these definitions. We are going to also look at what some authorities have said about addiction. They said addiction is what? It's a disease that affects the brain. Addiction is what? Is inability to stop doing what you are doing, or the behavior you are engaging yourself in. It's inability of what? Of you, stopping what you are doing. Right? And we are going to also realize that many people consider addiction as what? As a problem of maybe a weakness, or is a form of weaknesses of somebody. Do you get it? Not being able to have the willpower to stop something that seems detrimental to himself or herself. Now from there, we look at various forms of what? Addiction. We even ask whether addiction is a disease or not. And then some of us shared ideas in that regard. Some were saying addiction is a disease. Yes. Some were also saying addiction is not a disease. But at the point in time where the authorities, we realize that addiction is what? It's a disease. But it's what? A brain disease. We also came to look at types of addiction. That is the gambling, addiction, video game addiction, internet addiction, shopping addiction, social media addiction, pornographic, all these are what? Addiction. Types of what? Addiction. And then we look at what? Drug addiction or substance what? Abuse. And we said our discussion will dwell on what? Drug addiction. So today we are going to look at drug addiction, what it is. Now before we look at this,
can we liken drug addiction to chemical addiction?
Yeah, somebody's asking a question, whether we can, liken drug addiction to what? To chemical addiction.
Some of the medicines we take contain certain chemicals.
Chemicals are found in what? In the drugs we take. But one name or another name for drug addiction is what? A substance what? Addiction. Right? Good. So now let's look at the definition, then watch the video. When we say addiction, what it means. Now let's look at this. When we say drug addiction, we say we have numerous forms of addiction. But we are looking at what? Drug what? Addiction. We are looking at what? Drug addiction. We are not focusing on what? Sex addiction, gambling addiction, game addiction, whatever addiction. We are looking at what? Drug addiction, because this is our concern. Now when we say drug addiction, it refers to a chronic disease that is characterized by what? Seeking and using, seeking and use the, it's what? It's characterized by what? Seeking and use of drugs that is compulsive or difficult to control, and despite the harmful consequences associated with it. This definition also goes along to explain that drug addiction is a condition in which a person believes that, well-being, his or her well-being is fully achieved only through drug taking, despite the negative effect. What the definition tries to explain is that when you say drug addiction, it is a condition whereby it's a condition whereby a person or someone feels that for him or her to be able to achieve his full potential, unless he engages in the drugs. I hope you are getting it. What it means is that the person has the feeling that for him to be able to embark on any activity, any job given to him, any task given to him, unless he consults he or she consults the drug, for him to to be energized before he or she can do whatever task he has been given to do. Hope you are getting it. That's what the second definition is saying. Now let's look at the third definition before we start looking at the videos. Again, drug addiction is a situation whereby a person starts taking drugs and gradually increase the level on regular basis to the extent that if he or she does not assess it, if he or she does not assess it, the person begins to feel some discomfort and body reaction until he or she gets the drug before feeling relaxed, relieved, and fulfilled. I hope you are getting it. This one is a coined word definition. A definition that is coined from other areas and sources. What it means is that if you find yourself in a condition, if you find yourself in a situation whereby your thinking pattern makes you think that or perceive that, for you to be able to engage on something or what it means here is that if it's something that when you take gradually, the more you engage in it, the more you take it, the more you keep increasing the level of it. I hope you're getting it. If it's a drug, for instance, if it is weed, you are taking, or heroin, you are taking, or cocaine, you are taking. From start, maybe one dose. The third definition, the explanation is what I'm giving you. Maybe one dose, right? So with time, then you gradually increase the level of it from 1 dose to 3 doses, from 2 doses to 3 doses, from 3 doses to 4 doses. Then you are keep increasing it. You get it? To extent that, I hope you are listening. To extent that, he said you increase the level of it on regular basis to the extent that even if in a day, are not able to access it, or you are not able to get rid of it, you feel some level of what? Discomfort. You feel some level of what? Discomfort. You find yourself uncomfortable to extend that unless you get hold of it, or unless you satisfy the libido with the drug before you feel relaxed, before you feel relieved and feel fully satisfied. This is what the definition of addiction is all about. Who is here has ever found himself in such situations? Do you get the third definition clearly? Because do you get it clearly? The third definition. Yeah.
During the COVID time, my cousin was diagnosed of it, and she was having severe headache. So she was placed on tramadol. And the tramadol, that is the injection tramadol, so you know that that dosage is higher than the pill tramadol. And usually the pain was just increasing, so she had to go to the hospital for increasement of the dosage. So for my cousin, should we call her that the drug that she's taking is a disease, or should we call it as a medical help?
Yeah, bro, come again. Sorry.
During the
I wanted
COVID
to
time.
find out whether he understands the language. Yeah.
During the COVID time,
Uh-huh.
my cousin was diagnosed of it, and the pain that she was going through,
Yeah.
she was placed on tramadol injection. She goes to the hospital for it. When she stays out of it, she tried her best because she was like, I don't want to get addicted and those stuff. And the pain that she was going through, she couldn't stand it. Sometimes when she tried her best, like, and the price of that tramadol was quite very expensive. So she would try her best to control, but she even collapsed twice. That has made her to take her to the hospital for her to get that injection. So I'm trying to understand from the third definition.
Yeah.
The increasement of the dosage was like continuously.
It was
increasing
yeah,
by the doctor.
by day
So
by
that
day,
one,
day by
should
day.
we call that system that my cousin was in as a drug addict, or should we call her as a medical addict?
Okay, he has asked a very nice question, and this is his contribution. So what he was trying to is point here has to do with whether the condition his sister actually went through, was it a medical was it a drug addict, a drug addiction, or what, or medical addiction. Okay, do you have anything about medical addiction? I want to know what is a drug addiction. So you said your sister, had corona, during the corona era, and then she was put on what? Tramadol. Let's say, if somebody gets corona, maybe because of the headache. Maybe okay. There may be some. Fine. Let's see. Maybe because of certain conditions, she was put on what? Tramadol. Because we don't have the the hard copy evidence here to see what made her sister to be put on the tramadol. So let's assume she was put on the tramadol, and at a point in time, the sister kept increasing the level dosage one after the other. Dose one increasing to dose two, increasing to dose three, to the at a point that where the sister did what? Collapse for several times, right?
Yes. She wanted to stop because she was afraid that she may be.
Yeah, but was she able to get out of it?
Luckily, that one, it was a miracle that helped her that
Other than that,
had a cure.
Okay.
That was when she
So
was.
now she's not on it.
She's not on
She's fine.
Yes, but during that period that she was on it,
She nearly became addicted to it.
that was the only survivor for her.
Okay.
That was the only.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So he wants to know whether it is drug addiction or not. But as he was saying, looking at the third definition, looking at the latter part of it, what does it say? When you look at the third definition, the latter part of it, the third definition, the latter part, getting to the latter end of the sentence or the whole this, what does it say?
Increase the form of Oscars.
Okay.
Read.
Okay, it says that. Who can read it?
It feels some discomfort and body reaction until he or she gets the drug before feeling relief.
Yeah.
Relax, relief or feel.
Good. So looking at the situation of your sister, she was, but then on the path of what? Addiction. She was on the path of what? Addiction. She did not become addicted to the drug. She was on a path. Look at it. Thanks be to God, as we said that. So don't allow it to grip you. So when you get out of it and go out there, please let them know. We've not started it yet. We are just at the beginning. We want you to see the nature. I'm coming. We want you to see the nature. Yes, my laptop. I have to expand the time frame. Bro. I see your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something to what you just said.
Thank you, boss.
Concerning
The third definition. Good.
you know, before
Before you
one,
continue, if you have any question, any contribution, any idea, okay? Right? Yes. Do you want to say something? But you want to add anything, you want to ask questions, you want to add contribution, or you want to add something? Okay, fine. So if you want to add something, raise your hand, I'll let you come and then add something to it, okay? It's like our brother is saying, you see, like our brother is doing, you want to make a contribution. So if you want to make contribution, bring it. But you have an idea about addiction, right? No problem, no problem. We will allow you to come in, okay? That's fine. Let's put our hands together for him. So we want to come in so that you share your thoughts with them, okay? With respect to addiction, okay? He said he has a story about addiction. I think it happened to his grandfather. So you let us give him the platform. Addiction is very, very dangerous. Addiction is a dangerous disease. And you know something that you don't pay attention to at all. You don't pay attention to addiction. Have you ever seen a medical personnel? One of them, sometimes, you know, one or then two people talk about addiction. Those who even have knowledge about it, they don't take the time to explain it. You see, even the drugs, these alcoholic beverages, now you come in, boss, you come in, those alcoholic beverages and then those gambling, those things. When they are doing the advertisement, you see what they do? Oh, don't drink, it's not person it's not prescribed for person under 18. And drink responsibly. They say, drink responsibly. It can be what? Addicted or something like that. They want you to know you can be addicted to it. Drink what? Responsibly. Those who are doing this gambling stuff, gambling is what? It's addictive. They will not tell you that it's a disease. So whilst you are engaging in it, whilst you are drinking, it is a disease you are buying to yourself. We look at why people gather money and intentionally go and buy disease for themselves. By the time we are done with this discussion, we'll do it bit by bit. We will not rush through this topic at all. But I want you to have the detailed understanding about addiction. I've had a model on that. Director gave me the assignment to go and work on it. So I always say that we should thank God that we've had a good, and a God-fearing and a heart-touching director in this facility with us, who is helping us to get out of this condition. So he has, asked me to work on addiction. So we will not do it bit by bit. I want you to grip the understanding. We will look at it when you are getting close to addiction. If you are doing something and you are getting addicted to it, you become alert of it. Hey, Master Mission, you have learned things about you. I want to grip me like the way you have gripped others. Me, I have known you. Then you become alert. Then you run away. Then keep passing. So no problem. You'll be learning it. Boss, come in with your
So, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
So before one can get addicted to a substance, he first has to experiment it. That is the stages through which you pass before you get addicted to the drug. That is your first time. You have to experience it. Maybe by the influence of a friend, or your own curiosity will lead you to go do that.
That falls under causes of addiction.
The stages of addiction. And then you, after experiencing it, it will lead you to recreational.
Yeah.
Where once a while you feel like you want to do it to say maybe have your pleasure.
Yeah.
Maybe for sex and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And from there it will be leading you to abusing the drug.
Okay.
Because your system is now getting used to the drug. So it will let you abuse it. And that is where, after the abusive stage, you go to the addictive stage, where you cannot do anything if you don't have that kind of drug in your system.
Yeah.
So that is a little bit I want to share.
Let us put our hands together for our brother. Oh, let's clap for him very well. What he was saying.
Yeah, so
No, get close to him so that he can.
we were going through the stages of addiction. The stages in which one goes through before he gets addicted to a substance. You first have to experience it. Your first time intake of that particular drug. Maybe it may be under the influence of a friend, or your own curiosity will lead you to go do it. And then after experiencing it, you'll be using it on a recreational basis to satisfy your pleasure. It will lead you to abusing the drug, where you use it excessively without thinking.
You made mention of recreation.
Yeah,
So
recreational.
after using the recreational, I now want to use.
After the recreational,
After using the drug,
after
through experiment or curiosity.
yeah. So after the experimental stage, where through curiosity or by influence of a friend, it will lead you to recreational. That is where you use the drug for your pleasure, to satisfy your pleasures. As in, maybe, for instance, you have a woman where you want to go have sex with, and because of the experience for the first time, you use it on recreational basis. Only when you want to have sex, or only when you want to ease off your mind or something like that. And it will lead you to abusing the drug. It will lead you to abusing the drug, where you use it excessively without thinking of the damages it will have on you. And from there, you get addicted. You get into it. That is where you cannot even live without the drug. And that is why there is one definition, like drug addiction is there is I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. Yeah.
After going to Kolebu, the department for drug abuse and that kind of thing, and I was put on a particular medicine called amitriptyline. And anytime I took that medicine, I could sleep very well. So I got used to the medicine. But they asked me to go and do a lab test to check my cholesterol level. And when I did a lab test, they found out that the amitriptyline was increasing my cholesterol level. So they stopped me from using it. I tried to go to pharmacies to buy it on my own because I didn't want to stop using it, but no pharmacy sold it to me. So I'm just saying that if a doctor is worth his salt, if he prescribes a drug for you and he gets to know that maybe you are getting hooked onto the drug, that doctor will cut it off from you. But there are also some proved doctors like the one that happened in the US, where a particular doctor prescribed propofol to Michael Jackson, which led to his death. So it is both ways. Good doctors will not help you to be addicted, but quack doctors can help you to get addicted to particular drugs. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Let's put your hands together for it. That is why, if you could remember, our brother Gospel, some time past said that even some of the psychiatric hospitals, when people go there with these mental disorders, with this, mental, disability, mental diseases, they even end up compounding their problem or worsening their cases because the drugs sometimes they are put on even get them addicted to the extent that it worsens even their cases. So we are even happy, and then we are very fortunate enough that we were not taken to those psychiatric hospitals, but we have been brought to this, rehabilitation centers, or you have been brought to, or you happen to find yourself in a rehabilitation center. With the rehabilitation center, no drugs. They use you to, they make you to pass through the natural process, the steps, the pragmatic system, the pragmatic, stages, very effective step that will enable you to come back to your real life situation instead of applying medicine. Because if they are to apply medicine, it may end up worsening your case. I hope you are getting it. So like we are saying, people can become addicted to a drug if those people are put on certain medications. Do you get it? Yeah, good. Now, so are we all satisfied with the definition, especially with the third one? So we move on to, we said the person does what? If the person does not assess it, there is some level of discomfort and then the body reaction until the person gets the drug and use it. Then the person then feel relaxed, the person now feel comfortable, the person now feel relieved, and the person now feel that he or she is fulfilled. When you see a thing like that, then you can conclude that this person is a drug addict, or the person is addicted to the substance. I hope you're getting it. Now let's watch this video. You come in, okay? Let's watch this video. There are some 2 videos I will let us watch after. Then look at it.
Hey man, are you okay? Do you need money? Yeah. Here. Thank you. Look, good.
Oh, you can come here. You can bring your chair.
Hey ma'am, I got you some. Ma'am? I think we need to get you to an ER.
My pointer. I was looking at. It's not so. There's this, grandfather of mine who went to the farm with his cutlass or machete and his armpit. He got to the farm, was looking for it. He didn't, find it. Forgetting that he has placed the cutlass in his armpit. So he had to move. He thought he had left it, at home. So he left the bush, the farm, and came back home, continuing looking for the cutlass until, one of his daughter came and said, Now, what are you looking for? You are so busy like this. You are looking for my calculator. But it's not what is in your outfit. Then look at it. Oh, see, oh. So sometimes, you know. Did you see the video? I'm playing it again for us to see. If you cannot see, you can come forward. You can come, yeah, come with the chair. The middle, so that. Okay, I hear.
You okay? Do you need... Hey, ma'am. Are you okay? Do you need money? Yeah. Here. Thank you. Yes, of course. Hey, ma'am, I got you some. Ma'am? I think we need to get you to an ER.
So, what did you see in the video? What did you see? Yes? We are looking at the third definition of addiction. What can you tell us about what you saw in the video?
I mean, what I saw in the
Or
video.
want us to watch it for the last time so that we deduce from it.
Hey, ma'am.
Let's watch it. I'm sorry.
Are you okay? Do you need money?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. Hey, ma'am, I got you some. Ma'am? Yeah, I think we need to get you to an ER.
Okay, fine. What can you tell us about the video?
What I saw in the video is like the girl sitting down there, although he's begging for money. But then, the time he started scratching the body, he was craving for the drug. But he had some beside him because she was begging for the money. That time, the craving had started.
Yeah.
So he started eating the body the time he collected the money.
Good.
Immediately, because he has some at her,
Yeah.
she injected and he became all right and relaxed.
Let's put our hands together for him. Oh, let's do better, please. Now let me know. Let's put our hands together for him again. So he has said it all. So this is a typical example of what? Drug addiction. Hope you are getting it. So like we said, or we saw from the word, the third definition, the person engaging in what? In the drug. Because see, when we watch the video, it is not, the person did not start taking the drug right from the onset. He started from somewhere. And then probably he started from half dosage. Let's say he started from quarter of the dosage. Then became half. You saw the drip, it was full in it, right?
Yes.
Initially, it wasn't so. Gradually. So he started increasing the level. And at a point in time, the tip became full. And from the definition, we said, the person, if the person does not access, or he does not, or cannot access it, what happens? If the person cannot access the drug, what happened?
Then that's where
You see some discomfort.
yes, because of the cravings.
You see somewhat discomfort. The person will be craving for what? For the drug.
Yes.
The person will not feel comfortable to be like something is happening to him or her. Until the person what? Gets the drug and uses. So as soon as the person accesses the drug and uses it, the person becomes what?
Okay.
Okay, the person becomes what? Relieved, relaxed, and feel what? Comfortable. When you see somebody in that state, that means that person is what? Is addicted to what? To the drug. It's a drug addict. You get the definition?
Yes.
So the third definition. That's why I said the third definition, you see it is very long, it's very lengthy. Acquaint it add from other definitions. They all pointing at one, but added some to it. It's not. It doesn't boil to the fact that the person, compulsively seeking for the drug and other stuff. That's all. That's not all. When at a point in time, the thing gets increasing. If it is appetite, like our brother is saying, the very first time you take it, maybe because you are new, you take maybe, the bottle or the glass, they have small sizes. Tot. Thank you, boss. Tot. You take tot. So now you feel relaxed. Then with time, you see how the thing is. Then gradually you are not taking tot. You are taking full of the glass. The one is sleeping, they should wake him up. And when you see anybody sleeping or dozing, please wake, because
I'm online.
This topic is very, very crucial. Because some of us
face of addiction, it is difficult to watch, but it's also a rare and important look
this
inside
person
the
started
opioid
the
epidemic that is ravaging West Michigan and the country.
And you see
Private
where
investigator Susan
their life
Sanchez
has
is
ended
exposing the killer among us. Susan,
because of drugs. See how she has scattered the town
these days,
looking
with the
for
CDC
it.
labeling overdose deaths epidemic.
How we get it?
But tonight we're going beyond the rhetoric,
Addiction
lifting the
is
veil
very
on the
serious.
dark world of opioid addiction.
It's a serious cancer, which we don't joke with it at all.
Show her some other time in the future, maybe
Hope you are getting it.
to see what I see.
You know they find you somewhere.
This decade of despair.
She's my brain, you can't understand what she's saying.
At this point, the 25-year-old was mixing heroin, meth, pot,
So,
booze, Xanax,
when the
and
third definition, it says that
captured by a roommate and close friend.
it is a condition or a state whereby somebody or a person takes drugs, gradually increases the level to extent that even in a day, if the person does not get access to it, the person becomes discomfort. The person, there's high level of reaction in the body's, the person's system.
Kelly,
Hope you're getting it. The person, there is no, the person can crave for the drugs, and the drugs is nowhere to be found. So you become so much aggressive. You need the drug. You search everywhere. That is why some people travel as far as,
dying.
wherever they get
It's
it.
getting worse.
It's just to satisfy their libido.
I have a
When you reach that stage, bro, it means you have fought. Allow addiction to set in.
I was honest, I'd
You
have
have
to
become
say I was
addicted to the
very,
drug.
very skeptical with the
Hope you are
history.
getting it. So we will look at a situation whereby when an addiction is coming your way, you can what? Identify it or discover it and get out of it. We'll want to reach there, we'll discuss it. So this is what addiction, the definition of addiction, the third definition we are talking about it is.
I'm here to share my experience, Strength and Hope. I'm a little nervous, so just bear with me.
Galbraith says talking about her desperate descent gives her...
Let's watch this video too. Let's see some of the common signs or the symptoms about what? Drug addiction. On the definition that we got to learn. See, the person becomes dead. And this time the person needs the thing. Brothers, I think we have had some visitors and then guests out there. They want to also come and have discussion with us. Now I've become part and parcel of you. I'm now with you people. I'm now a native of this rehabilitation center. So we have to give you to the visitors that we have come, so that they also come and share with us. For us, anytime, any point in time they call me, I can come. I'm here with you. So I'll break here I'll stop here so that we allow the visitors to come and then discuss without what they have for us. All in the aim and in the aid of what helping us getting out of what our condition. So tomorrow when we come, we will continue. Now we've come to realize that drug addiction is a condition or a situation whereby someone gets use of what something, right? Or you start using a drug, and then gradually you keep increasing the level of the drug. You get a point here on the daily basis to a state that, without what the drug, or to a extent that if the person does not get the drug or the substance, the person becomes to develop some level of discomfort. There's some level of discomfort developed in the system or her system. Becomes disturbed, becomes uncomfortable, becomes aggressive until the person gets the drug and use it and feel relaxed, relieved, and fully fulfilled. Now we've seen the videos. Tomorrow when we come, we'll continue. So let's end here and pray for who will be praying for us.